come with me and my wifey to repaint our wine bar wall. Our wine bar is located in Danville, California. So first things we had to do is prepare the wall, which started off by removing all the current items on there, removing the shelves, as well as removing on the paintings, any of the signs that we had. So ultimately we had to remove the shelf that was kind of in the way. It was tied down. And then we had to remove any of the nails and screws that were on the wall. Unfortunately, we didn't have any other tools, so we had to use a fork. So you gotta do what you gotta do in order to get the job done. And we got all our supplies from Home Depot, which was only about a 5-minute ride down the road from us. Over there, we got some primer, we got some putty, everything to basically prepare ourselves in order to do these jobs ourselves. We got quoted for about $250 to $500, but we ended up just looking at some other TikTok videos and decided to do this ourselves. So here we are getting all the materials that we thought we would need in order to complete this job successfully. Some of the stuff we had to return because I originally got the Husky putty knife, and then eventually I learned that due to the small holes and everything, I can just use a plastic one. So I returned it in order to cut some corners and save some cost. I also got the cheaper brushes, which ended up being not the smartest idea, but that will be revealed in the video after this one. We did choose our own colors. We started off with going between 10 to 15 colors. So we got some shades of green, some shades of blue, some shades of red, in order to see what really will look the best inside our wine bar and kind of bring out the next ambience that we're trying to go for. So now we're about to go and head back to the store. I learned very early on as a young man that, when you get a shopping cart, make sure you always put it back, because it's how you do the little things that will eventually kind of dictate on how the big things unfold. So I always try to do my best to return the shopping cart to where it belongs. But here's wifey going back to our wine bar, and she honestly was the one who did all the painting and all the prep work, because she's much more knowledgeable than I am. But here's the way to our wine bar. Now here she is prepping, she's cleaning it while I prepare to put the putty down. We have to make sure all the holes and everything, the walls stay even, so we do the paint job correctly. Here's some of the colors that we chose to kind of see how it looks. And then ultimately we ended up going with the darkest red color, and you'll kind of see it down the road how it turned out. But here we are at least halfway done, so stay tuned until we show the full result.